Adult dependents, I have some important announcements for you, and I'm going to be answering the question that I continue to receive, which is, will you be included for the fourth stimulus check? With that being said, let's get into it. Welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. I am your daily advocate. I'm back every single day to help you out in any way that I possibly can with these videos. So if you haven't done so already, or if you happen to be new here, please make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video, and I will continue to be here for you, working on your behalf, looking out for you, and helping in any way that I possibly can. Thanks again. I truly appreciate it, and I am just here to help you in any way that I can with these videos. Let's get into this. So first off, we have a few things to cover, but let's jump into the question that everybody continues to ask me, because I want to get this one off the table right away, because I know a lot of you want to know this question, especially those of you who are adult dependents. In fact, this video is dedicated all about adult dependents, right? So awesome, you get a dedicated video, but basically all of my videos pertain to all of you, but this one is dedicated to adult dependents. So let's talk through this. So first off, I have a lot of questions. I've been receiving this one for quite a while now. Are adult dependents going to be included to receive the fourth stimulus check? So I'm going to be totally honest with you right here, okay? But here's what I'm going to ask of you. When I get done answering this question, stick with me because I have an important announcement that I still need to share with you afterwards. So please continue to stick with me after this. All right, I'm going to be totally honest and transparent with you right now. We do not know the details about this quite yet, as far as will adult dependents be included for the fourth stimulus check. We simply do not have those details. Now, typically, this is something that is hammered out closer to the finishing of the actual stimulus check. So, for example, the last few stimulus checks that we got, this provision was usually decided upon toward the very end of negotiations. So we actually don't know that yet. As of right now, as you probably know, because you've been watching my other videos, we do have those two proposals on the table right now for a fourth stimulus check, and even including monthly stimulus payments, monthly stimulus checks. However, there's not a single mention in there about adult dependents receiving the payment. Now, I just want to say, that does not mean that you're not going to get it, but it just simply means that they haven't hammered that out yet. We basically have just like a really rough outline and foundation of the next structure for the fourth stimulus check. We have not hammered it down as far as, will everybody get $2,000? Will it even be $2,000? What will the income threshold be? Will dependents be included? Will dependents get the same amount as adults? Will adult dependents be included? We simply don't know all of those details yet. We just have a really rough outline as of right now. So I know a lot of you have been reaching out to me saying, hey, we missed out on the last three. Are we going to be included this time, finally, for a stimulus check? We need some extra money just like everybody else right now. Why are we being left out? Hey, I totally hear you. I mean, seriously, we should almost have a separate petition just for adult dependents calling on stimulus checks. Seriously, I mean, there's the petitions rolling around right now, getting all these signatures, like millions upon millions of signatures for a fourth stimulus check. I mean, I almost feel like there should be a dedicated petition just for adult dependents calling on stimulus checks. Like, hey, guys, check it out. Give me some money from the last three that we missed out on. You know what I mean? But actually, more on that here to come in just a second. I'll actually help you get that money if you didn't get it the first few times there. So that's actually the second portion of this video. So anyway, I hope this answers your question. I know it's discouraging, but you know what? We're not going to get that information until we actually get confirmation that there is a fourth stimulus check and what it's actually going to start to look like and how it's going to start to take shape. As soon as we get that information, don't worry, I'll be right here and I will tell you, I'll be the first to tell you everything going on. So please just recognize I'm here to help you in any way that I can, but that's just me being totally, completely, 100% honest and transparent with the information that we have right now. We simply don't know. Nobody knows that quite yet. I don't know it. Other YouTubers don't know it. Congress doesn't know it. The president doesn't know it. Nobody knows it yet. So, hope that answers your question, but let's talk about the second portion of this video. This is actually incredibly important, okay? So, if you are somebody who was previously claimed as an adult dependent and you did not receive the two stimulus checks from 2020, listen up, because this is very important. In fact, this is going to be worth several $1,000s for you, what I'm about to tell you in the next 2.5 minutes, okay? But first off, I have to preface this by saying, I am not your accountant, I'm not your CPA, I cannot give you tax advice, but rather I'm just giving you general information, okay? I don't know your exact situation, so I can't actually advise you, but rather I can just tell you this general information, and it probably pertains to a lot of people. In fact, I've had dedicated videos talking about this before, but a deadline is coming up and you need to act on this if you fall into this category, which is why I want to bring this to you, because this could be worth several $1,000s for you. So let's talk through this. So if you did not receive the 2 stimulus checks from 2020, the $1,200 that was distributed in April of 2020 and the $600 from 2020 because you were previously claimed as an adult dependent in 2019, provided you were not claimed as an adult dependent in 2020 because your situation changed or whatever happened, you can actually get the money from 2020, the $1,200 plus $600, which is $1,800, and then the IRS would also issue you your third stimulus check, the $1,400. So this video could be worth $3,200 for you if you fall into this category, which there's still a lot of people that have, or that do fall into this category. So let me explain it a little bit further. So if you did not receive the stimulus checks from 2020, again, I can't advise you, but here's what you might want to consider doing. In other words, you probably want to do this, is basically what I'm saying without actually coming out saying you should do this. You know what I mean? I can't tell you what to do, but we're basically kind of telling you you should probably consider doing this. If you file a 2020 tax return, why is this so urgent? Because the deadline to file a tax return is in 3 days from now. That's why this is so urgent. So you want to do this by the end of the day, May 17th. That is the day you need to have your tax return filed by. So if you did not receive the stimulus checks in 2020, file a tax return. Even if you typically do not file a tax return, the IRS is giving guidance saying, file a 2020 tax return, claim the recovery rebate credit on line 30, and that would be your stimulus checks. They will send it back to you in the form of a tax refund. Here's the only thing though. If you owe back taxes, for example, let's just say you owe the IRS $3,000, for example. Well, unfortunately, you wouldn't get the money then. But however, it would actually be good and beneficial for you to still do this. Simply, here's why. You file your tax return, even if you typically don't need to because your income is low enough where you don't need to typically file a tax return. You file one anyway. You claim the recovery rebate credit on line 30, and then you get the $1,800 from last year. If you don't owe any back taxes, they will send you a check or a direct deposit of $1,800, plus they'll get your information and they'll say, oh, hey, check it out. Let's also send you stimulus check number 3, which is $1,400, a total of $3,200. Yes, that's all it would take is filing a tax return. However, let's go back to that example where you owe back taxes. Now, this probably doesn't pertain to many people, but if it is you where you owe back taxes, here's how that situation would play out. Let's just say, for example, you owe $3,000 in back taxes. You file a tax return, you claim the recovery rebate credit because you didn't get the stimulus checks from last year. They issue you your $1,800 from last year because you claimed the recovery rebate credit on your tax return. Well, then when they go to issue it, they say, hey, wait, just kidding, you owe us $3,000. What they're going to do then is take the $1,800 that you would otherwise be getting as a tax refund, and they would apply it to the $3,000 that you owe them, taking your balance down to $1,200. Get what I'm saying? So even though you wouldn't be getting the money up front, they would apply it toward the taxes that you would owe them. So essentially, you'd be taking down your tax liability by $1,800. Get what I'm saying? So it'd still be very much worth it to do it. It's totally free to file a tax return. You can do it on the IRS website. You can go right there, irs.gov, and right on the main page, you can look at IRS free file. Provided you earn under $72,000, it's either $72,000 or $74,000. I forget which one it is. $72,000, which most of you do. If you earn under that amount, you can file for free right there on the IRS website. Check it out. The deadline is coming very, very quickly here, and you want to get this done before then so that you can claim the money from last year. Why not? It's $1,800, and then provided they look at your tax return and you don't owe back taxes, they're gonna automatically process your $1,400 stimulus check as well from this year, 2021, and they'll send you $3,200. Pretty cool, right? So like I said, this video would be worth $3,200 to some of you. That's all you need to do. Very, very simple. So I hope this helps you out, but I know that there's a lot of you out there who are still leaving comments down below saying, hey, I never got the stimulus checks from last year. Still waiting on number 1, number 2, or haven't gotten the third one. This is how you can do it. The IRS continues to give guidance saying, if you did not receive your stimulus checks, file a tax return. That's what they continue to say. If you want to see it for yourself, feel free to go to the IRS website, look at their latest announcements. It's in like the news tab right there on the main page. There's like a menu button. If you click on that, it's going to bring you down to news. If you click on news, there's going to be the latest announcements out of the IRS. If you click on one of them that talks about stimulus checks, it says right there in all of their announcements, if you have not received it yet, file a 2020 tax return. That's what they continue to say, and that's how they continue to guide. So I hope that helps you out. This should be worth several $1,000s for some of you watching this. I hope it helps answering your question about stimulus check number 4 and how to claim that money from last year if you didn't get it yet in the form of a stimulus check. Either stimulus check number 1, number 2, or number 3. If you haven't received any of them, the IRS will say, file a 2020 tax return. It's as simple as that. You can do it for free right on the IRS website. irs.gov, IRS free file is what you want to look for to file a tax return. So, hope that helps you out. Thanks, everybody. I just want to do whatever I can to give you the information, distill it all down into these short videos, and give it to you straight. Be honest, transparent, and reliable with my information every single day to help you get some of this money that is flowing around right now and you are eligible to receive. So, with that being said, enjoy your day. Thank you so much, everybody. I truly appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video.